Lessman is about to join us live, and we are so excited to spend a Monday night in talking about the important stuff in life. Health and wellness and fitness and diet, all the things that make us feel good inside and out. Well, it's actually, many of you know, the end of a very big visit for Andrew. Andrew, sir, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Andrew, sir. Is that like Sir Andrew? It's very British.
Andrew, you know, if you were in England, you would be a sir by now.
That would be wonderful.
Oh, Lord Andrew Lessman.
No, isn't that's what, Lord of the Rings, which I guess just started again last night. So fortunately, not everyone was watching that last night. They tuned in for us too.
You mean Game of Thrones?
What is it, Lord of the Rings? Game of Thrones.
It's like Lord of the Rings.
GOT, yes, Game of Thrones, yes.
Well, Mr. Lessman, it is always a pleasure, and I say that because I have so many people who I know email you, email me. They look forward to these nights in. We get a chance to talk about things that we don't always get a chance to talk about.
What we try to do on Monday night is to be, certainly we're going, it's the last time till midnight that we'll have our products at all the birthday pricing.
Yeah.
So it's a chance to offer the most popular products throughout the visit. But really now is a chance for, I guess, Adam has a whole bunch of questions, to ask questions that pertain to those products, because it's amazing, the questions tend to be common questions, shared questions among all of you. So it's a great opportunity to answer all those questions about the company, about the products, how we make the products, specific issues pertaining to those products. So that's why we're here.
It's funny, for as different as we all are from all the different places that we come from, essentially we are all the same.
On the inside, we are all the same. We all have our certain degrees of biochemical individuality, but we all share the same basic biochemistry, which is why these products are so consistently well reviewed. Not just because we make them so well, but because we all share that same biochemistry. So if a product is made well, it will be well reviewed, as with, I think we have over 50,000 reviews, and over 80% of them are 5-star reviews.
This is a community, this is a forum, whether you're on wordsonwellness.com, Andrew's blog, whether you're joining us on HSN, there's a lot to get excited about because we're all in this together. First and foremost, maybe you were watching Game of Thrones last night with Andrew. Maybe you found it hard to get to sleep. Well, it is a common problem a lot of us have, Andrew. It's age, I suppose, it's daily activity, it's our technology and all our gadgets.
It's caffeine. It's which for me, in the morning I have my green tea, but then I stop caffeine early afternoon, latest 1 or 2 o'clock. I stop caffeine. Also, by the way, coffee. So long as you don't put bad things in it, the research on coffee continues to roll in positively. Coffee is not an unhealthy thing. As long as you don't put bad things in your coffee, coffee is something. It's an extract of the coffee bean. It's a botanical extract. It's healthy, but in terms of sleep, sleep is actually a reasonably complex biochemical process in our brain. It's a neurological process. It's something that we learn to do when we're very young, but the rigors, the demands of life kind of does a number on us neurologically, and we tend to forget the biochemistry of that process. What this product is designed to do, is simply to return that soothing state, that relaxed state to us, so we could find our own sleep naturally. It's not a drug, it doesn't knock you out. I leave those to the pharmaceutical companies and to doctors. You could show this product to your doctor. It was designed to be mild, gentle, no hangover. For a product with as serious a promise as this offers, the product again is remarkably well reviewed.
Andrew, is it addictive?
Oh, gosh, no, not at all. The only thing that might be addictive about it is just how well it works, but it's not psychologically addictive, it's not biochemically, physiologically addictive, not at all. Whereas I wish I could say the same applied to some of those medications we might take, like benzodiazepines and things like that, which can be things like Xanax or Valium, or those can be highly addictive. And also the sleeping pills themselves, things like Ambien or Lunesta or things like that. They might not be classically addictive, but they do change the chemistry of our brain, and they do tend to affect the basic secretions of neurochemicals that supports healthy sleep. Again, follow your doctor's guidance, but be aware that the key to good sleep is finding a way back to that natural chemistry of sleep.
I'm full of questions on this one, Andrew. I apologize. With this, can I take it every night, or if I only need it a few nights per week, can I just do that?
The way Muriel and I typically use it, we use it when we travel, when we go over too many time zones, because Muriel's family's in France, that's 9 hours of time difference. So it's wonderful when you're dealing with jet lag. It's for others, it's something they take every night.
Okay.
And even if you take it every night, again, there's nothing harmful in the product. What we did is we made it a comprehensive product without using high doses of any single ingredient, because even high doses of melatonin, as healthy as melatonin is, you want to inch up on the proper dose for you. Even my high-dose melatonin product is only 3 milligrams. You'll find some that are 10 or 12 or more. Ours is very affordable, so you could always take multiple capsules affordably, but you want to inch up on the proper level of melatonin, even though it's a natural secretion, because you want to make sure that you're not displacing your body's natural activity insofar as melatonin secretion is concerned.
Folks, if you'd like to order yours, as Andrew mentioned, special pricing ends this evening, so definitely take advantage. A wonderful product that helps so many. Let's go over to this side of the set. And Andrew, one of the things that I often think about with regards to your product, and certainly others that we see in the stores, is freshness. There's a word that gets bandied around so much these days. How, is it the right way to describe it? How fresh are Andrew Lessman products?
It's a good way to describe my products. Probably not a good way to describe typical products you find in store. And that's funny, it's a question I saw on many of the sheets that I was given questions, like when you do a Today Special, are you just clearing out old inventory? No, when we do a Today Special, we're typically making it's a special version of that product for the Today Special. So it was usually part of my imagination as little as 6 weeks before the Today Special. So everything we make is made fresh. Everything, even products that don't go on air, the inventory at HSN, we try to change that inventory no less frequently than every 60 days.
Wow. So
literally when you're getting things, it's a matter of days old or just a few weeks old. It's not sitting in any intermediary warehouses. It's not sitting on a store shelf unpredictably. So everything is absolutely made fresh. The other assurance, I tend to change my formulas as new science comes out.
Right.
So usually every year or so, there's a new version of a formula, so you can't have old formulas lingering around because we change them so frequently.
It's always the newest, the latest, and the greatest.
Yes.
So definitely bear that in mind as you watch tonight. Maybe you're excited to try something new. One thing to remember, every option typically comes in a try me size. Maybe, for example, on the calcium magnesium, you go for the 60 caps. Andrew, why your calcium magnesium supplement?
The key is calcium is something that typically comes in a tablet. Calcium and magnesium are both minerals. As minerals, they're both technically considered metals. We know metals are not very water soluble. We have sinks in our home, we have pipes in our home made of metals. So to think that you're going to swallow a metal that your body needs, your body uses calcium, magnesium, technically metals, for your bones, for the health and structure of your bones, to think that you're going to swallow this rock-hard tablet that is inherently insoluble, that somehow your body's going to be able to disintegrate that, dissolve that, and even if it does, to think your body could do that without great discomfort would be a bit naive to think that, which is why all of my products, not just our calcium product, but all of my products come as an ultra-fine powder in a capsule. So it's going to be easy on your stomach, it's going to dissolve instantly, and that's the key. If you read the reviews on our calcium magnesium product, even on our vitamin C product that I talked about yesterday, the reviews you read is the surprise at the fact that it doesn't upset anyone's stomach. Even if they take it on an empty stomach, it won't upset your stomach. The key to that is the form, the powdered form, and then the actual form of the minerals themselves that are designed to be super soluble, and that's the key to absorption, is making sure these things can dissolve.
One of the things you won't see me do a lot tonight is go over pricing typically, but I do want everybody to know that the special pricing is in effect. For example, here, you're going to save the most amount of money if you're ordering the 1,000 capsules. That's normally $129, today it's $89, and saving $40. We'll keep giving you shots of this so you get an idea, but needless to say, this is a great day to buy any of your products.
less than a dime a capsule in the large size, about a dime a capsule in the next to largest size. And this is a product that is typically not a Today Special.
Right.
We only do about 10 or 11 Today Specials a year, so there's only so many that can go around. So the pricing you're seeing today, the birthday pricing, is basically the best pricing that you'll see on this product all year round.
Andrew, one of the things that you always so proudly do is break open the capsules and show us the fine powder. Was it always like that from day one, from the very first vitamins you made?
It had to be, because I had a very special person as my first customer.
It was you.
It was me.
and you're very picky.
And the special thing about that person was he had a sensitive stomach when it came to taking vitamins. And as an athlete, I knew that whatever lack of ability I had, maybe I could make up for it in smarts because of all the biochemistry I studied. I figured I knew about supplements. I'd be able to take supplements that could aid me legally in my recovery. I wasn't using anything inappropriate. But so I figured that as long as I was going to be taking these supplements to aid in my recovery, the last thing I needed was a supplement I was taking, a tablet that had me sitting on literally the side of the track, you know, not kind of delivering what I just consumed. That it's hard to be an athlete taking something that's constantly upsetting your stomach. So I realized that if I was going to be able to take supplements, they had to be in an ultra-fine powder, and the only way to deliver an ultra-fine powder conveniently and in a fashion that's going to be reliable and also going to be able to dissolve and deliver its benefits is in a capsule. So the origins of my company, that was the distinguishing factor, because back in 1979, and even still today, I'd say today 99% of vitamin supplements are in tablets. Even today, if there's more than, maybe it was 99.9% in 1979. So it's something that I realized if anyone is like me, when you swallow those tablets, they're harder to swallow, they sit in your stomach, and they eventually, maybe not all the time, but for me, most of the time, they'd upset my stomach. So that was, and there's no better example of that than a calcium magnesium product or a multivitamin. But that was really the origins of our having to do it differently. And then when I set out to making capsules, I discovered that when you make capsules, because I was making them myself, people use lubricants and flowing agents and additives. I tried to figure out how I could fill my capsules without them. I don't think any other company owner bothered to figure that out. They just make them as inexpensively as possible. So it was me 38 years ago standing in front of an encapsulation machine that figured out, yeah, I can make these products without additives. And we're still the only person making these products without additives.
There are so many people that will talk to me and ask me about Andrew's products and say, well, I can't take vitamins, I can't take supplements because it's too heavy on my stomach, or I can't stomach it. If you're that person, there is a big difference with Andrew's products. They are so easy on your stomach. We're going to stay right here for a quick look at our next one. And Andrew, vitamin K2 goes hand in hand, doesn't it, with this?
Goes hand in hand with calcium, magnesium, vitamin D. We know we can't absorb calcium without vitamin D, and we must have that calcium for healthy bones as we're getting older, all of us, and women throughout their life. But vitamin K2 MK7, that is really, if I was going to put something at the top of the pyramid, it's sort of in terms of our bone health and our cardiovascular health, it's going to be vitamin K2 MK7. Now, I'll be writing a blog post about this. I'm going away for about 3 months. Not going away technically. I won't be on TV for about 3 months. And I'm going to take some more time to write some blog posts, to do some more education online. And we've been very busy the first 7 months of the year. So hopefully absence will make the heart grow fonder, and we'll be absent for a little while. But vitamin K2 MK7, great research published recently, just talking about how we make sure that this vital calcium we need delivers all the benefits we seek and doesn't cause calcification that we don't seek, that we don't want, and ensures that it supports our arterial health as well by reducing the likelihood of arterial calcification as well. But that's vitamin K2 MK7, and it has to be that form, not vitamin K1, but vitamin K2 MK7. It's multiple times more bioavailable. I call it the sort of the traffic cop, the police officer in terms of calcium in your body. It directs it to where it needs to be and it keeps it from going where it shouldn't go. So it's very difficult to underestimate, to overestimate the importance of vitamin K2, MK7. It is just that important, and it's actually a recently researched, clinically proven form of vitamin K that has all the benefits of vitamin K without all the problems and issues of typical vitamin K.
So Andre, do I take the two together with my...
I would take the three together.
Okay.
That, as I typically say, at least 1,000 IU of vitamin D daily, typically between 2,000 and 4,000 is appropriate. When it comes to calcium, I say in the neighborhood of 500 milligrams daily. You never want to take more than 500 milligrams at any one time. Anything more than that, you're not going to absorb it well. And then, of course, to make sure that you get the greatest benefits from those two ingredients, vitamin K2, MK7, somewhere in the neighborhood of 50, 100, up to 200 micrograms daily.
Well, folks, as we wrap this one on up, obviously everything we're going to do tonight is available for phenomenal opportunity pricing. I think for many of us, we're excited to see products that you don't always get to see on air. And Andrew, can we go right over there now?
Sure, sure. And
because this is one that so many people ask about. I don't think I've ever presented this with you.
I haven't presented this on air for probably 15 years.
15 years?
15 years.
Okay.
And I just noticed it, and what's amazing about the product, hasn't been on air for 15 years. It has, I think, something like 400 or 500
yes.
reviews, and it's 447 reviews, and it's rated 4.4 stars. So it's got over 90% positive reviews. And so we decided this is kind of like a, not even a today's, this is like a try me. So all the sizes I think are basically about half price. The largest size I think is typically a little over $100.
Yep.
Today it's $59. It's basically an opportunity to try it and to share it. It's an amazing product. It's the most common sense breath freshening product in the world, and we've been making this product for over 30 years.
Wow.
And it's just something that I had sort of forgotten about. I take it for granted. It's on the counter in our kitchen, that we do so many things, whether it's drinking alcohol or coffee or garlic or onions or spicy food. We could have the best oral hygiene in the world. We could floss, we could brush our teeth, we could use mouthwash. Our mouth could be spotless. But just 10 inches away from our mouth is our stomach that contains the garlic, the remnants or residue of alcohol, the odor of cigarettes, whatever it might have been that we had just done. So the only way to really ensure the freshest breath, and the reviews of this product are amazing. It's an incredibly simple product. What the product is, it's 3 extracted oils: parsley seed oil, spearmint oil, and peppermint oil. It's the only product like it in the world using those 3 extracted oils, and it just does its job and does it incredibly well.
I first learned about this when I was actually in Henderson, Nevada with one of Andrew's shows. The makeup artist had seen it on a shelf somewhere, which is like, I need to get that. The number of people here at HSN that have this on their desks. Folks, if you've looked at other breath freshening alternatives, so many of them are made up of so many, I read somewhere it's like bleach, isn't it, on a lot of these products, Andrew?
They're not, they're not necessarily healthy products.
Right.
A lot of the chemicals that are found in freshening products, a lot of the chemicals found in toothpaste even. But these extracted oils also are settling for our stomach. Peppermint oil, pure spearmint oil, parsley seed oil. But they're Mother Nature's natural breath fresheners. Parsley seed tends to neutralize odors, and peppermint and spearmint tend to cover it with their natural fresh odor. And they're all just natural extracted oils. It's a tiny little capsule. You take 1 or 2 capsules. That large size, it's basically about 8 cents a capsule, so it's less than a dime a capsule. And as I said, you only take 1 or 2 capsules. A lot of people take it before they go to sleep to help them with morning breath, or they take it first thing in the morning to deal with morning breath. Because again, even if your mouth is clean, the odor we're smelling is from that location that's only 8 or 10 inches away, and that's our stomach. It's right there. So this is a product, again, I haven't featured it for 15 years. The reason why it has so many reviews and such positive reviews is simply because the product is a very compelling product on its own.
I had a lot of coffee today, Andrew, so I better take one right now.
And we've never, ever, ever had pricing like this. In the 30+ years we've been making this product, we've never had pricing like this. This is the lowest price the product has ever been. I just thought it was something I added at the last second to this show.
I'm so pleased you did.
Simply because I think most people, for a while there was another product like this on the market about 15 or 20 years ago. It was heavily promoted on television and the radio and things, but they've all gone away. But this product works, and it shouldn't go away. This is a product that's natural, and it's critical, of course, that we have great oral hygiene. In fact, oral hygiene is part of having good cardiovascular health. And most people don't realize that. Yeah, it's very important, oral hygiene. There's a certain risk if we have infections in our mouth and things like that. If we have bad mouth or oral care, that it could be a risk of bacterial endocarditis. I mean, there could be issues that can start in our mouth and spread elsewhere. So it's very, very important that we take good care of our mouth. Not just so it doesn't offend other people, but so it's for our good health as well.
There's so many of us, whether we're at work, business, a lunch meeting, a dinner date, where having that confidence knowing that your breath smells great is wonderful. First time on air in 15 years. If you would like to order it, order right now. Obviously, for special pricing goes away this evening.
Yeah, it hasn't been, this probably hasn't been on air since I first arrived at HSN almost 21 years ago. I could check how long it's been, but it's probably been almost that long. And I know we've had this product because my sister sent me an old brochure from the QVC days, and this was in that brochure from whatever, 26, 27 years ago. So it's been a standby product of ours. We've only made it better, and today, after 3 decades, it's the lowest price, just as a special try me. So give it a try. It's definitely a unique product that you'll be thrilled you tried.
It's an oldie but a goodie. It's a fantastic product.
Like me.
I was going to say, I don't mean you. Let's go for this way, guys. Andrew,
we're all aging.
No, trust me, I know it.
Gracefully.
I've been here 10 years, Andrew. Think about that. The time just flies by. It's crazy.
10 years.
10 years. People ask me all the time, and I wanted to ask you, do you have a pre-show ritual at all? Is there anything that you do before the show? Other than put the makeup on?
The funny thing is, the pre-show ritual, usually 45 minutes before the show, we decide the products. Other than the Today Special, because I want this to be spontaneous. So it's not like I'm reviewing notes. It's not like I'm doing anything other than making sure that the show feels fresh. It's going to be live. So even before the show, we won't talk about the show. Because I'd rather talk about the show when we're out here. So my pre-show ritual is usually I get here a half hour before the show, because I'm usually typing the lineups and sending them to Amy and Jenny about 15 minutes before that. But I just try to keep it live. All the work that goes into the show,
it's real.
For me, gets done months before. It's when I develop the products, when I write the label for the product. That's why I know the product's inside out, because every aspect of that product was something I attended to when it was created.
I want to get into the next product, and I want to be careful what I say here, because I want to ask Andrew specifically about it. This is called Ultimate Friendly Flora, and it is a product I started to take about 10 months ago. There's a lot of reviews, Andrew. On hsn.com, they talk about GERD, they talk about proton pump inhibitors, they talk about all these different medications and things that people are taking. There's a lot of folks in America today and around the world who have serious digestive concerns. How can this help?
Well, the way I approach digestive health, if someone's suffering from an illness or whatever it might be, even GERD, which kind of tends to be more of a chronic condition than I'm sure if it's an illness or a disease, gastric esophageal reflux disease. I think the drug companies are always looking for new diseases that they can treat. But certainly GERD is something that's very symptomatic. And so it's something that challenges so many of us. And as we get older, it seems to be something that gets worse. As a country, we're more and more overweight and obese, which tends to increase the likelihood of GERD. We consume things like coffee, which can increase the likelihood of GERD. Foods like tomatoes, spicy foods, eating late in the day, overeating. These are all things that increase the likelihood of that. However, no nutritional supplement is going to be a treatment for any specific digestive disease. However, multiple nutritional supplements help the digestive process. And to the extent they help the digestive process, obviously, our digestion feels better. We'll talk about a product in a moment called DigestAssure. It's digestive enzymes. As we get older, we have less available digestive enzymes. So when we supplement digestive enzymes, guess what? We have better digestion that more mirrors what we experienced when we're young. Our flora, our friendly flora, that is an integral, essential part of a healthy digestive system, and a healthy immune system. We can't live without it, we can't digest food without it, but unfortunately, if we're taking things like PPIs, like proton pump inhibitors, if we're taking, well, there's things like Nexium and Prilosec, extremely effective medications.
Yes.
If you want to reduce stomach acid so you could heal certain issues in your digestive system, these are unbelievably effective medications, but they come with consequences. As you mess with it, what do they say? It's not good to fool with Mother Nature. As you fool with the pH in your digestive system, you modify the environment that our friendly flora exists in, and in so doing, you modify the population and how that friendly flora is comprised. That's not a good thing. If you're taking antibiotics, antibiotics absolutely can kill and wipe out entire populations of friendly flora. Women probably know that better than men, because women will experience the consequences of that in their urogenital tract when they take those antibiotics because of its impact on the normal friendly flora population that is populated there. So it's something that we know we do a multitude of things, quote, wrong when it comes to the population of our friendly flora in our body, and that's why it becomes so important to repopulate it with a carefully selected population that mirrors that natural population that's designed to repopulate. And again, this is not a drug, this is not a medicine. I hear the commercials. We've been doing this for a very long time. I hear the commercial for the companies that are kind of the new guys on the block in the mass market and all the big supermarkets and things that are selling these kinds of products. And the claims they make are just unbelievable. It sounds like medical claims, drug claims. I don't go there. I simply talk in terms of a healthy digestive system. Yeah. And healthy digestion requires a healthy population of friendly flora. And this is the best possible product we could ever conceive of making. And we've only improved it in the, say, 15+ years we've been making it.
We all have certain things in our lives which are maybe more important to us and our own personal issues. Here's what I would say. If anything Andrew just talked about resonated with you, or you, like me, have suffered significantly with heartburn issues, I would ask you to please try this product. And once you've ordered it, go online at hsn.com and search Ultimate Friendly Flora and read the reviews. Because I'm telling you now, if you read the reviews, you won't need me to say another word, you won't need Andrew to say another word. It is a wonderful product that can help support a better digestive process and system. It's a great product, Andrew.
It's 25 billion. That's a 25 billion is 25,000 million. I used to see products that would have 1 million colony forming units per capsule. So to think that we have 25 billion per capsule, and it's affordable, and it's designed to not require refrigeration. Of course, if you choose to, you can always refrigerate it, but it's designed not to require refrigeration. That was one of the more difficult aspects of our entire research and development process of this product. It's not a product we feature as often as I'd like, and it's one of those products that I think, because I'm unwilling to make the sort of outlandish claims that the other makers of probiotics or friendly flora products will make, somehow my product is perceived as being less powerful, less beneficial, but it isn't. This is the best probiotic product we can make with the best constituents of probiotics within it.
It's a game changer. It's a life changer. It truly is. And actually, as we kind of move on to another partner product to go with it, the DigestAssure, Andrew, what is, when you're formulating and working with your team on new supplements, what's the time frame on that? Is this something that takes months and months and months?
Well, some products can take just a few months because we move very quickly. But other products, I was talking about my marine collagen peptides the other day. That took about 30 years.
That's a slightly long lead time there. Because
for 25 years, I had to digest the research.
Right.
And I had to understand the research sufficiently to feel it was beneficial. And then there had to be products available for me, or raw materials available for me, and that was the big that if I could find raw materials that matched the science. And that probably took another 10 years. So when it comes to something like DigestAssure, that's relatively straightforward. We only used vegetarian-based enzymes, but we know the digestive work that goes on in our stomach, and the real heavy lifting is proteolytic digestion, the digestion of proteins. So that's the heavy lifting. So what we need to find are the most effective proteolytic enzymes that are going to be stable and active in a capsule, that when you deliver them, when you take this when you eat, and DigestAssure is one of those products that, again, it's very easy to underestimate its power. power. If you read the reviews of DigestAssure, and I don't think I've spoken about DigestAssure on air for probably a year or so.
Wow.
But DigestAssure is one of those products that probably has hundreds of reviews. Probably it's rated 4.6 stars,
Yeah.
662 reviews. I mean, it's almost a perfectly reviewed product because it's a perfectly designed product. All we tried to do is emulate your own body's secretion of enzymes, because all the digestion we do in our body, we eat all these crazy foods.
We do.
Yet our body breaks it down, takes what it needs, and we get rid of the rest. And it's all enzymes that do that incredible chemical work of breaking down the food to its constituent components. And a DigestAssure is simply supplementing the enzymes we need, that as we get older, if we're under stress, if we're taking things like PPIs, proton pump inhibitors, things like that, we're changing the pH in our digestive system, our digestion becomes really challenged. And this is a product that folks with digestive challenges, that is where this product naturally is at its very, very best.
Stay right there for yours. And of course, one thing that I know Andrew would ask of you, and I certainly would, when you receive your Andrew Lessman vitamins, if you have a spare moment or two, please leave a review, because your reviews help other people make that decision, and it
They're
validates.
Not for me.
No.
I love reading the reviews, but they're not for me, unless, of course, even, for example, with marine collagen peptides. The early reviews on marine collagen peptides helped me improve that product. It was your feedback that allowed me to improve the product. But I think when it comes to a product, if you were surprised by how well it worked for you, then that's the kind of opportunity to share with someone who probably is similarly situated, who might think, I watch TV and I'm inherently cynical and skeptical, and here I am on TV. So it's the reviews, as I always say, the reviews are the unbiased, unvarnished truth. And it's an opportunity for you to bypass us and to simply see what others think of my products.
It's very impressive when you look and you see it for yourself, I have to say. Andrew, I need to ask for your help, because I don't know if I can even pronounce this next product. I've never presented this with you yet.
Well, this product has only been presented once. And it was last week, and it lasted about 3 minutes.
It's new?
Acetyl L-Carnitine. We have acetyl L-Carnitine in our memory and brain product. But what we did, for popular request, we've had a lot of requests for acetyl L-Carnitine on its own. We also have a lot of requests for carnitine on its own, because carnitine is the molecule that's involved in all fat transport, fat metabolism. For those of us who exercise and want to utilize fat for an energy source, for those of us who want to lose weight, carnitine is critical. For those of us who want to give what I believe is the single most important molecule in terms of supporting our brain function, that's acetyl L-Carnitine. And one of the reasons it does so is, as we get older, and throughout our life, fat is the primary energy source of our brain. As we get older, carnitine becoming more scarce becomes most important to the tissue that relies on fat as its energy source, our brain. So acetyl L-Carnitine is a great molecule in terms of energy metabolism, fat burning, and also the health of our brain. It's a single capsule, 500 milligrams, 100% pure, and we had a quantity, and the pricing is obviously great savings, almost, again, almost buy one, get one free.
Yes.
But it just disappeared within, I think, about 2 or 3 minutes. And we only have several hundred bottles in each size.
Guys, this is a real opportunity, and this is why we love to do this with Andrew, so you get to see things that you don't always get to see. And
acetyl L-Carnitine was an ingredient that 20 or 30 years ago was probably 5 or 10 times more expensive than it is today. So to see acetyl L-Carnitine at these kinds of levels, 500 milligrams, literally the entire capsule, is full of acetyl L-Carnitine. We use no additives, there's no flowing agents, so that's all acetyl L-Carnitine. And if you look at it, it really is, it's really hard to encapsulate, because it's fluffy. That's not hard, that's all fluff. So it's a really fluffy crystalline, it feels like snowflakes.
Yeah, it does.
So it's a very difficult material to encapsulate, but it's a unique opportunity to get extremely high levels of carnitine, extremely high levels of acetyl L-Carnitine in a single capsule, and to do so at what amounts to, I guess, a little bit more than 10 cents a capsule for an ingredient that used to be far more expensive per capsule than CoQ10.
Folks, I would never normally say this because Andrew is wonderful at being able to maintain really everything that we have so that everybody gets one. The phone lines are incredibly busy at this moment in time. If you would like a bottle, dial right now. Don't wait 2 minutes. You must call right now. It's obviously, well, you said it was a hit last week and again now.
We went through, in just a matter of moments, we went through a few thousand bottles, and we don't have that many today. Of course, this is going to work best if you take it with a multivitamin. Even if you're taking it with my Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails, because that has B vitamins in it, you want to make sure that it has the foundation of B vitamins and B12. Because this is so high potency, we didn't have room for anything else in the capsule, and I wanted to get a full 500 milligrams into each capsule, and that's what we succeeded in doing. So again, it's the most centermost molecule. The focal point of fat metabolism is the movement of fat from the site in the cell to the site in the cell where it's burned, in the mitochondrion. That movement takes place courtesy of an enzyme called carnitine acyltransferase. Carnitine, we're talking about it now. Acyl refers to that fatty group. Transferase, an enzyme that's moving it to the site where it's going to be burned. So it's critical for all fat metabolism. It's critical for energy metabolism in the brain. So it's viewed as one of the most important molecules to support healthy brain function. It's viewed as the central molecule, carnitine, in terms of all fat metabolism.
Forgive me, Andrew. So this is a product that a lot of folks already know about and may be buying from supplement stores already. Well,
a lot of folks know about carnitine, and we've even had a liquid carnitine product, but I never had thought we'd be able to get this level of acetyl L-Carnitine into a single capsule. Also, when the pricing came down on acetyl L-Carnitine, that made this a product that was less than $50 instead of a product that was several $100s, that's when this became even more interesting as a source of carnitine. In the past, it would simply be, it was so expensive, you'd get acetyl L-Carnitine because of its importance to the brain and cognitive function. And now the price is so affordable that, of course, it's equally as important as it always was to the brain, but now it's so affordable, you also could enjoy the benefits of it for fat metabolism and also for energy metabolism.
Well, folks, we do see you right there. If you want to get to the front of the line, please go to hsn.com for your order, or you can always download the mobile app on your tablet or mobile phone. And again, we look forward to some phenomenal reviews on this product. We're going to head over this way. Wow, Andrew, you weren't kidding around with that.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a product that this is all we were able to make. We had a very limited supply of the raw material. We had some additional at our factory.
Yes.
And we just made, I think we made a few 100,000 more capsules, and that's all that's available for today.
Well, Andrew knows that I'd be happy to spend a full 60 minutes talking about this next product. I asked Andrew to make this a host pick for me, which he did. This is where I began, and I would encourage every one of you who might just be channel surfing and sat back watching, intrigued by the Andrew Lessman phenomenon, if you will, to really think about this multivitamin, because this multivitamin, put it side by side with any other multivitamin in the world, and they do not compare. Andrew, suffice to say, it is the best you can buy.
There's nothing like it, and for many reasons, and I feel a little uncomfortable saying it's the best in the world and there's nothing like it, but factually, objectively, if we just look at purity, you're not going to find a multivitamin that's free of all manufacturing additives, 100% pure. It comes in a small, easy-to-swallow capsule. Most leading multivitamins, single multivitamins, artificial colors, binders, fillers, these are waxes and glues that make the tablet stick together. Then they put coatings on the tablet and pretty colors, artificial colors. It's 100% pure. Most importantly, what's in this product, it respects the science, and more importantly, it respects you. First of all, 2,000 IU of vitamin D per capsule. The 2,000 IU of vitamin D per capsule alone justifies the investment. Then 250 micrograms of B12. Many people would say, oh, who cares about B12? We know it's hard to get, but you can't absorb B12 from a pill. You can with mine. My B12 is absorbable. My B12 is unique of all B12 in the world. It's a natural coenzyme form of B12. It's methylcobalamin, not the cyanocobalamin that other companies use. And ours is protected so it doesn't get damaged by stomach acid, so it's liberating its benefits to you where it can be absorbed in your intestines. So just the vitamin D and B12, and ignore the other 24 ingredients in this product, and those two separate ingredients would cost you more. So this is the best value by far in my entire product line. It's the foundation of everything. When I was just talking about the Acetyl L-Carnitine, a multivitamin is the foundation of the benefits there. Marine collagen peptides, a multivitamin is the foundation of the benefits there. Everything I make, glucosamine and chondroitin for your joints, you still need to make sure you have a multivitamin as your foundation. It doesn't have to be mine, but if there's one product of mine that is head and shoulders absolutely unique from any other product found in the marketplace in terms of potency, purity, value, ease of use, enjoyment of using it, this would be it.
It's one a day, and it's one that makes you feel so good because you know that what this is giving you is what you need. There's a lot of people that want to take a vitamin but can't because it's too heavy on the stomach. There's a lot of people, and I know maybe I'm talking to you, who's taken a particular brand for many, many years, and we love that brand. We love the advertisements, we love the commercials, we love the fancy colors, we love everything about it. And it is a big thing to say. But if you do look side by side, Andrew's Essential One is in a different stratosphere to a Centrum or a One A Day. Now, folks, you know, we're all very impressed with the fancy, glitzy advertising, but we have to look beneath that. We have to look beneath the fancy colors of the pills and see what's actually in there. What's the important ingredients doing for us? What are the levels of those ingredients? Andrew even has a table full of these fancy colored tablets here. Reds and oranges and yellows, every color under the rainbow. Andrew's is a much more subtle, plain, boring, nice old white. It's the way I want it to be, Andrew.
And again, if you open the capsule, it's an ultrafine powder. That's why instead of a tablet irritating your stomach, that dissolves instantly. It goes towards pH neutral as well. So it's the same pH as actually water.
Right.
So it's not going to upset your stomach. So you're getting all of that concentrated nutrition, and you're getting more than 24 nutrients that by far and away are, well, I can show you quickly here. You look at the leading brands. If we look at here's Centrum under 50, Centrum over 50, One A Day, One A Day, One A Day, Complete Equate, Members Mark, Nature Made. We could go through, we have multiple charts of these, and this is just looking at vitamin D, B12, and vitamin C. And as you can see, they don't come close. They've actually since increased, I think in response to us, they've increased their levels of vitamin D, but still we're double. Vitamin B12, we're 40 times more, 10 times more, and theirs is not protected, and theirs is cyanocobalamin, which liberates small amounts of cyanide in your body. Vitamin D, again, one of them had the same levels of vitamin C rather as us, but all of ours is non-acidic. My standard vitamin C product, which will not upset your stomach no matter how much you take of it, it's non-acidic. Ours is non-acidic in here as well. Theirs is not. So we could go through all of the B vitamins were higher in potency. They don't contain lutein, lycopene, and zeaxanthin. A couple of them contain trace amounts of lutein and lycopene. None of them contain zeaxanthin. So, and those are the most expensive ingredients in my Essential One: lutein, lycopene, zeaxanthin. Most of them ignore them completely. So there's really, when you boil it all down and compare apples to apples, there's absolutely no comparison. My product is by far the better value. It's more pure, it's more potent, it's easier to use, it won't upset your stomach. It's just a far superior product.
Maybe you're the person that's never bought anything from HSN before. Maybe you've been watching us for 40 years. I want this to be your first product. Make it this. Honestly, I kind of get that crazy look in my eye when I talk about Essential One, and I love it when Andrew shows you those tables of the side-by-side of Centrum and One A Day, because there's no argument. It's like, oh, wait a minute, I've been buying what all these years? Switch to Essential One and you will so fall in love with the benefits. It's a wondrous product. And one of the most important things you'll buy on HSN this year when you think about what it's going to do for you.
There are many wonderful products here. There's nothing that could deliver the scientifically established benefits of this product. And again, you don't have to believe either of us. What's wonderful about the world of the internet, the availability of information, there's some other things about the internet that are not great, but the access to information is wonderful. And if you go to hsn.com, I think on Essential One, there's a mere 3,085 reviews to select from, of which 2,613 are perfect 5-star reviews. If you just look at 4 and 5 stars, you're almost at 2,900.
Yep.
There's barely over 3,000 reviews. So hopefully, I mean, that's almost unanimously well-reviewed product, and that's something that's quite an accomplishment for a multivitamin if you read the reviews of other multivitamins out in the world.
We're going to head over this way to talk about another one of the true big hitters. Andrew, as we do, though, I have 2 words for you, and I know you get asked this a lot.
Yes.
Gummy vitamins. Do we like them? Do we not like them? Will you ever make them?
No.
No. Simple as that.
Well, gummy vitamins typically, first of all, many of them contain artificial colors. Some of them contain real colors, natural colors, that's fine. But typically, they're kind of these gelatinous or sugar-based gummies. And they typically don't contain great forms of nutrients. They typically don't contain much in the way of nutrition, because if they contain much in the way of nutrition, they would taste terrible. So then they have to add sugars and flavors and sweeteners and other things to compensate. So it's kind of an aberration. It's kind of it's a strange thing that I've seen this gummy industry blossom, because when you look at a simple, easy to swallow capsule, you deliver the nutrients in their ideal form. You don't have to compromise them to put them in a gummy. Plus, a gummy isn't necessarily a stable dosage form for those nutrients.
Right.
And again, if you read the other ingredients in those gummies, most of the time they're going to make you cringe. So gummies are not the first choice for, and if they were, I would have been making gummies a long time ago.
So there is the answer to the question. It's an authentic and it's a real answer, folks. We love gummies, but they're not the best thing for us.
They're candy. I mean, what we're actually playing with, interestingly enough, because dark chocolate is healthy, and our dark chocolate contains almost no sugar. What we've been playing with is whether or not we could create, say, a children's vitamin using chocolate. Because chocolate is healthy, and if you keep it down to just, say, a couple of dozen calories at most, so it's low in calories, it has protective compounds in the chocolate, so this way you're delivering something beneficial with low amounts of sugar and no other additives whatsoever, just the nutrients, and we'd of course make sure the nutrients were stable. So again, as I said, we're a manufacturer. If gummies were a good idea and technically sound, we would have been making them, but we do not see the benefit in making a product that just burdens people with more additives.
And there it lies, no compromise in our health and well-being and what we are taking and ingesting. That's why we come to Andrew Lessman, to really hear and understand and get guidance of maybe what products are right for us. Well, let's talk about maximum omega-3. Let's talk about the good versus the bad. Let's talk about no fishy aftertaste. And Andrew, one of the things that you told me that first time on the show was that a lot of the omega products that people are buying is a synthetic form. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's very funny because, of course, it says fish oil on it, and it's derived from fish oil. But again, it's an industrial process that creates these fish oils, so they end up being something called an ethyl ester. So they take this fish oil and it's converted into an esterified form. And actually, as your body accesses that omega-3 fatty acid, it's liberating that ethyl component from the ethyl ester, and what it's liberating is something called ethanol. To some of you out there, you know what ethanol is.
Sure.
Ethanol is alcohol. So actually, when you take a typical ethyl ester omega-3 fatty acid product, you're consuming trace amounts or liberating trace amounts of ethanol. That's one of the reasons why our products are entirely triglyceride natural-based. And then when you look at the balance of a typical omega-3 product, it favors EPA over DHA. You know, typically about 60-40 or 2-to-1 EPA-DHA. DHA is the most important. That's why we favor DHA over EPA. But again, that's something that you really don't notice on the labels. And most of us are buying these very inexpensive large bottles of omega-3 capsules that we see in the big box retailer or we see on the internet. And again, you even read on the front of the label or in the front caption on the internet, it says 1,000 or 1,200 milligrams omega-3 fish oils. In reality, it's 1,000, 1,200 of fish oil, but it isn't 1,000 or 1,200 of omega-3s. It's typically going to be about 360. So again, it's sort of caveat emptor, buyer beware, that you're not getting what you think you're getting. With my products, that very small capsule, a little more than half the size of a typical omega-3 capsule, gives about 50% more than the typical omega-3 capsule, because the only thing that matters isn't how much fish oil is in that capsule, but how much omega-3 is contained in that capsule.
And maybe it goes back to that same point I was making with Essential One. I know there's millions of people out there right now that are consuming an omega product. Please try Andrew's. You will be shocked and amazed at zero fishy aftertaste, easy on your stomach, and as Andrew will share with you, it is super concentrated and also more environmentally friendly, correct?
Well, making an omega-3 product is, first of all, takes a lot of energy. My facility has no carbon footprint because everything we produce entirely using solar energy. That's a commitment I made almost 20 years ago. And long before it was fashionable, long before people were talking about global warming or things like that, I made a commitment to not create pollution as a result of the energy we used. So we were in Nevada, lots of sunlight, so we had an opportunity to create a totally carbon footprint-free facility that didn't require anyone else's support in making our energy. And then, of course, when you're talking about omega-3s, when we say do an omega-3 Today special, which we'll do one in the spring of 2018, somewhere around April or May of 2018, we'll do an omega-3 Today special. We're talking about making probably close to 100 million capsules. That not only takes a tremendous amount of energy, but that's a tremendous quantity of fish oil.
Right.
And unless that fish oil is responsibly produced, it could be an assault on our oceans. So again, all of our fish oil is independently third party, meaning unrelated to me, unrelated to the person the fisherman we use, the company that is the fisherman for our omega-3s. It is independently certified as being environmentally harvested. And we don't harvest during spawning season when the fish are reproducing. So everything about our approach to a fish oil product isn't just respectful to you, but respectful to the planet, respectful to the environment.
If you would like to read some reviews, please do. Again, it's a product that a lot of people would seemingly not give glowing stars to, but Andrew, your product does do, and that kind of bucks the trend of everybody else.
No, it's all. I think omega-3 products are typically the product that everyone loves. The only thing they love about it is love it to hate it. Right. That an omega-3 product is inherently unpleasant. But after 30+ years of doing an omega-3 product, we figured out how to deliver all of the benefits without any problem whatsoever in terms of contamination, no fishy aftertaste, no upset stomach. Again, you could take them on a completely empty stomach, a few capsules, and you just take 1 or 2 every day, but you could take a handful of these and it will not upset your stomach. That's how well designed and how carefully assembled this product is. The
best of the best. We're heading back over this way. Andrew, I had another interesting question come through for you. Are you a superstitious person?
Am I a superstitious
Would you walk
person?
under a ladder if you had to?
Oh, I wouldn't think twice about that. but it's funny. And even today, when Muriel and I went to the gym, we got a little pass at the gym, and they said, oh, it's 7/17/17. So
7/7, yeah, it is.
So, and I was born at 7/11, and I weighed 7/11. So these are numbers that I've always tended. So it's very funny. So I guess we all pay attention to little things. So I'll notice numbers and things like that. But no, not superstitious. I tend to be in my own way. I tend to. I just try to always do the right thing, and if there's any superstition, I guess it's sort of, what is it? As we sow, so shall we reap.
Yes, yes.
Whatever the universal law of karma. That I figure if I move through the world and I always do the right thing, then the world is going to do the right thing by me. So I guess that's my superstition. That I figure if I do the right thing will come my way.
What better way to live? Great words, truly. And if you are intrigued by Andrew and the things that he talks about, I again encourage you to check out wordsonwellness.com. It is a wonderful, wonderful blog and a great place to connect with Andrew and his community. Well, Andrew, this is an exciting one next. 2 products that go hand in hand, cranberry and cinnamon, and a bonus buy, which, should I do that now?
I think that's 2 charts down. Because what happens is you can buy either one of those products for the prices that's shown on the screen. But if you buy the same size in the other product, if you buy a 240 and a 240, instead of it being $49 each, it becomes $39 each. You save $20. With a 120 and a 120, instead of it being $29 each, it becomes $23 each. So you save. So when you buy the the partner to that product. If you get cinnamon, if you buy the partner cranberry in the same size, you save an additional $20 on the largest size. I think it's $12 on the next largest size, and I think it's $7 and $5.
So where should we, do you want to start with cinnamon or cranberry?
Let's start with cinnamon first. Cinnamon, so many of us know about cranberry already. We'll talk about that in a moment. But cinnamon is an ingredient that probably for the 38 years I've been making supplements, I've been asked, and even more today than ever before, I've been asked, is there any product I make that could help promote healthy blood sugar metabolism, that help promote healthy blood insulin metabolism? Anything that I make could do that. For the better part of 3 decades, the answer always was, well, you need to start with a good multivitamin, make sure you're getting the proper levels of B vitamins, perhaps alpha lipoic acid, which we could always maybe put our alpha lipoic acid, ALA 400 on the screen, and maybe talk about chromium, but nothing specific that I really felt warranted a statement that this is something that actually can help support and promote healthy blood sugar metabolism or blood insulin metabolism. Nothing until cinnamon came along about 5 years ago. And this was another product that probably a couple of years of reviewing the research and the science, and then a couple of years of reviewing all of the different possible raw materials for their standardization and for their benefits. So it was a bit of a slow process. And we only a few years ago came out with this product, and this product has, since it's been introduced, has basically received almost perfect reviews. We haven't featured it a great deal, but it's a product that has kind of taken on a life of its own simply because of how well it works.
So if you'd like to order the cinnamon, you can order it tonight and get the best of both worlds with the best savings with that bonus buy. Again, this bonus buy opportunity expires this evening, so certainly bear that in mind. You are, of course, watching the Monday Night Show. We're about to turn 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and tonight we're talking about health and wellness and you and me and feeling better and maybe tackling some of the things that we don't like that's going on in our lives. There's certainly something here in Andrew's line that can certainly help, whether it's going to be cholesterol or maybe it's going to be losing weight, maybe, of course, fiber. There is something for everybody. So should we switch to cranberry?
And again, I encourage everyone to read the reviews on cinnamon. I think it's rated something like 4.7 stars. Again, it's a product that almost all the reviews are 4 and 5 stars. Over 80% are 5-star reviews. And cranberry is something we're all more familiar with. Cranberry, it's something that many of us might think, it's just an old wives' tale. It's just traditional, but it's kind of fluffy, airy-fairy. It's not really a lot of science behind it. But if you went to the National Research Database at the National Academy of Sciences, if you looked and did some serious research into cranberry, you're going to find an abundance of seriously performed clinical science on cranberry. That yes, it's traditional, yes, it's been around for probably 1,000 or 2,000 years as a traditional remedy, but it actually has serious science behind it. And the way this product is designed to follow that serious science and deliver a standardized extract, a concentrate of cranberry that delivers the most important active compounds. And it's another product that the product is only as good as its reviews, especially with a product like this. And this is another product, I believe this one is rated 4.8 stars. Yeah. So again, this is a product, if you just combine the 4 and 5-star reviews, you're at 476 out of 504. So that means there's only 28 reviews that aren't 4 and 5-star reviews. So again, over 95% of the reviews are 4 and 5-star reviews. So it speaks volumes about how cranberry can support urinary tract health, bladder health. It's a product that I, on a sort of just a general health level, I take every day.
If they were the reviews and the numbers on a restaurant, we would be in the car going to that restaurant right now because it'd be the best restaurant ever.
No, I mean, like Wolfgang Puck has incredible restaurants all over. He has restaurants in Los Angeles. He has restaurants in Las Vegas, where my factory is. And his restaurants are incredible, and they're incredibly well reviewed, but I don't think they're 4.8 stars. It's just that the diversity of human opinion when it comes to, I think, like foods or books or movies, it's so diverse. But I think experientially, again, it's back to where we started the show, we share the same biochemistry, so there's less of a diversity of opinion because we're working from the same platform. It's kind of bypassing the personality of taste, but it's going directly to our chemistry, how we work.
Andrew, I just realized I don't need the cranberry product because I have a nice glass or two of cranberry juice every single morning, so surely I don't need this.
Well, it's very funny you should say that about cranberry juice. I love the taste of cranberry juice, but it's sweetened. And it was several summers ago, I was drinking lots of sweetened juices, and some of them not even sweetened, just like a blueberry juice and different raspberry juice and things like that. And then I realized they're 150 calories a cup.
Oh my gosh.
And because I exercise a lot, I drink a lot of liquid, so I was consuming enormous amounts of calories. So it's something that we quickly learn that, that juices, especially cranberry juice, I think it's 140 calories, 35 grams of sugar per cup. And to really get the benefits, you're going to have a couple, 2 or 3 cups a day. So alone, you're talking about close to 500 calories, wow, all sugar. Something we've been working on, I'm not sure if we'll be able to perfect it, but taking certain juices like, say, pomegranate juice or cranberry juice or blueberry or tart cherry, and really concentrating them down into syrups so they give all the protective compounds, but just only a hint of calories, say a couple of dozen calories at most, but you get the benefits of what might be in a quart of juice. But that's something we're working on and hopefully we'll perfect, because then you put a teaspoon of that or a tablespoon of that in a liter of water that you drink and you get all the wonderful benefits, a little bit of flavor, and it adds a dozen calories.
So Andrew, with this, the capsule of cranberry, it's this color because it's cranberry inside.
It's cranberry, exactly. Exactly.
There's no added color. You don't make it look pretty like this.
No,
it's brilliant.
It's just, it's the natural color. The same thing with the cinnamon. If you open the cinnamon capsule, it will smell like cinnamon. It's not as robust a flavor as raw cinnamon spice,
right,
because remember, this is not extracted to be cinnamon spice. This is extracted to deliver the benefits of cinnamon in terms of helping to support healthy blood sugar metabolism and healthy insulin metabolism. But it's a tiny little capsule. And even if you open the bottle at them and you just smell the bottle, you'll smell a hint of cinnamon. And here, oh, you smell it?
Oh, instantly.
Yeah. So it's not the same
beautiful
robustness because it's different, but it still is extracted from the same plant. It's a special extraction for the type A polymers from the cinnamon bark that we extracted from.
Well, just before the end of this first hour, you do want to spend a moment or two on berberine just to get an insight in why berberine.
Berberine, it's funny, since when we introduced cinnamon, berberine, it's related to turmeric. It's also another root. It also has history, just as turmeric was used as a coloring aid and a dye. Berberine is bright, bright yellow, and also traditionally, thousands of years ago, was also used for its coloring properties. But berberine has recently been shown, like cinnamon, to have remarkable properties in supporting healthy blood sugar metabolism, and it also has similar properties in supporting healthy lipid metabolism and healthy lipid levels, helping to, in terms of total cholesterol and LDL cholesterol, helping to support, to lower those total cholesterol and LDL cholesterol levels and keep them, keep them in the normal range. And the LDL cholesterol, that's the bad cholesterol. What I always, to help us remember, LDL, lousy density lipoproteins, HDL, healthy density lipoproteins. So the HDL is the good stuff that we want to have higher, hopefully 50, 60, 70 or more. The LDL is not the good stuff. We want to have that under 100, hopefully, certainly under 130 or 120. And berberine is one of those ingredients that you have to take 1 capsule with each meal. Cinnamon, you could take 1 or 2 capsules daily. Berberine, 1 capsule with each meal, best taken with food. And the two together really are a wonderful, natural way to go about delivering health benefits in 2 very important areas.
We're going to head over this way to talk about those tired, achy legs and feet, circulation and vein support. There's a lot to get excited about here with another one of Andrew's highly rated products. There's many, many, many of us who are on our feet all day long. We suffer from swelling in our ankles, our legs. We feel pain. We get in bed at night and we have that kind of restless leg situation. If that is you, you need to see this particular product, because this is one that if you maybe have a laptop or tablet by your side, have a little flick through the reviews while we're chatting about it, and you'll see some astonishing reviews. 2,485, and basically 2,000 of those are perfect 5 stars.
80%.
It is. It is.
A little over 80% are 5-star reviews. You add in the 4-star reviews, it's 85%. So it's a product that is truly remarkable. For me, you were sort of saying, restless leg. I don't have restless leg syndrome, as however that might be described, but I continue to be very active.
Right.
I'm not as young as I used to be. And one of those things I notice with all my activity is the real issue for me is recovering from all my activity. And if I go for long bike rides or a long run or a long hike, and that could be 1, 2, 3 hours or more, my legs at the end of the day, they still think they're doing their thing. And for me, if I don't take circulation vein support, that is the only time I'll notice my legs. And it's something that allows me to continue to be as active as I've always been. For many of us, it's just a question of simply we spend our time on our feet all day long, whether it might be for our job or other reasons, or we spend too much time seated all day long. We tend to live lives that have nothing to do with the design that was intended when the circulation, the blood vessels in our legs, we were designed to be active, and we were designed to not be active throughout long periods of the day, just standing or just sitting. And the way we live bears very little resemblance to how these tissues and how these structures and systems were designed to work. And this is a natural product that just has made a profound difference. Probably some of the most passionate and compelling reviews of any product I have are for all things, and I said this about marine collagen, it's a product I sort of made not thinking that I would fall in love with it or that others would. I thought a lot of people would like it. I knew it was a great product. This as well, but this is for many people, this is the single most important product I make, and to think that this is consistently in my top 3 reorder products is astounding.
The words life-changing get thrown around a lot, but they are 2 words that you will see in so many of those 3,000 reviews. Not only the feel, but the look, the tone, blood vessels. I mean, there's so much that you could get into, but the proof is in the pudding, so when you do read it, you will see it. It is a blow-away, hands-down, phenomenal product. You feel better, you look better, and people will say that they start to notice and feel results in a matter of days. And remember, as Andrew will always tell you, whatever you buy on HSN, from a lipstick to a vitamin supplement, you have 30-day money-back guarantee. One of the things that I always like to refer to Andrew about is customer service and the quality of the product that you receive in your hands that you take every day. Andrew, I know that's at the top of your list.
Well, it's something that I've always, since the beginning, I've always known that we make exceptional products. Because we can't make them any better than we do. And if we can, as with this product, since this product was introduced almost 20 years ago, it's gone through probably about 10 improvements.
Wow.
Increasing its potency, adding other ingredients that increase the benefits to be derived from it. So this product has only gotten better and better. But again, the experience with the product is more than just the product itself. So, of course, HSN, we make sure that HSN provides the product to you quickly. We make sure that we provide fresh product to HSN. We manufacture the product literally only days or weeks before it's shipped to you. And then at my company, we're always standing by to answer your questions. And if we can't answer your questions or your doctor's questions, those questions will come to me. And we'll answer the questions, just as Adam has a long list of questions that he's been asking me, that just as we'll do live on television. We'll talk more about the questions pertaining to a product than the product itself.
So, I mean, that's something to feel good about, and it's a confidence factor. I know it's the one message that certainly we want to get across in this show, as maybe we introduce new customers on the Monday night show, is feel good.
I think if anyone takes 5 or 10 minutes to read the reviews of this product, realizing that sure, there'll be some negative reviews, but those negative reviews will be outnumbered 10 or 20 to 1.
Yes.
That I think it's inescapable to feel like you shouldn't be able to live without this product. And of course, everyone could live perfectly well without this product. But I think the more you discover and the more you would learn about this product, you'd feel as though you were depriving yourself of an opportunity of a more comfortable life. And in fact, it's not just making your feet, ankles, and calves more comfortable. It's reducing the appearance of swelling. It's reducing the appearance of enlarged veins. And this is a product that works. And if you read the reviews, you see and as Adam said, if you read the reviews on this product, the words that are thrown around like miracle and godsend and life-changing. These are not my words. These are the words of folks who might have suffered or struggled with issues that just pertain to our natural aging challenge circulation, that just never dreamed that a simple supplement, we think the only solution to our problems usually are medications. We never think that a simple supplement can deliver so much and so quickly.
One of the things that Andrew said just a couple of weeks ago was, with none of his products do you receive side effects.
Yep.
And it's
No
gone
warnings.
back to front.
No warnings.
It's just side benefits.
Right.
You know, I mean, that's the joy of it. You never have to worry, well, is this going to do this to me, or will this do that to me? No, no, no. And everything in it is the right stuff. No fillers or binders, no lubricating agents. And these are products, and it's sad to say, certainly I know more than I've ever done now after talking to Andrew for so long. All of these other products, if you look at them, not all of them, but most of them, contain at least one or two of those things.
Yeah, and it's certainly, when it comes to drugs and medications, we take what our doctors instruct us to take, but it comes with an awareness that we have to use them prudently, respectfully, appropriately, because of the risk of side effects. There are no medicines that don't come without them. But these are natural ingredients, and these are things that deliver the benefits you seek. And the only thing we talk about additionally are the other benefits that you might not be seeking, but you also get to enjoy.
We're going to head over this way. Our producer, Steve, is shouting at me saying, Adam, you still got 10 more products to get to. Andrew,
but we're trying to go through a wide variety of products, so we go through a wide variety of questions.
It's true. I think we're doing very well here tonight. I think this is product 16 or 17.
No, you have a very relaxing, soothing approach. I don't feel like this is frenetic going through 20-something products in less than 2 hours.
Just our producer, Steve, in my ear, you know. He's a slave driver.
You're
really
hearing voices.
We're going to move on.
We have, in case people don't know, we have a little thing in our ear, a little IFB in our ear that allows our producer to tell us to hurry along. Or
little thing, big voice.
Exactly.
Well, we're going to move on to glucosamine. You had a lot of people talking about this.
We had this scheduled in all of our shows, and we just didn't have time for it through either visit. But glucosamine chondroitin is something that, when I introduced it in 1979, no one had heard about. Certainly over the last 20 years, we've all heard about it. But over the last 20 years, what you see in stores, supermarkets, pharmacies, discount stores, it doesn't necessarily follow the research and science. Because most of them are offering a form of glucosamine that's not the proven form for benefit. They're offering glucosamine hydrochloride instead of glucosamine sulfate. Also, most of them contain a form of chondroitin that delivers sodium. And many of us watch our sodium intake, so why should you be getting sodium from your joint support, joint health product? So we go about making this product in a way that's small, soft, easy to swallow capsules, ultra fine powder, because again, the tablets of glucosamine and chondroitin can be extremely harsh on your stomach. They can be extremely, especially glucosamine HCl, can be acidic and could be extremely irritating to stomachs. Ours are not. Ultrafine powder, instantly soluble, so when you're taking something to benefit your joints, you're not doing something that's disturbing or disrupting your stomach.
I think a lot of us, we do go to the big box store and we see these wonderful big containers and we think, oh, I'm going to get that. We're more concerned perhaps with price rather than quality, and that's not always the best way to go when it's supplements.
No, in terms of value is the most important thing, and value obviously is based on benefit, and value is based on the quality of the ingredients used, the quality of the dosage form, how easy it's going to be to use. And the typical products, because glucosamine HCl is much less expensive than glucosamine sulfate. Also, they get to deliver less because it weighs less to deliver the same amount. It ends up being doubly less expensive, so even more inexpensive. So that's why they choose glucosamine HCl. And as consumers, it's very easy to mistake glucosamine HCl for glucosamine sulfate, because on the bottle it just says contains glucosamine and chondroitin. So even my bottle says glucosamine and chondroitin, but of course we would only use, if you read the back of the label, we only use the sulfate form. And that's the key. And that's the most important thing. It has to be the sulfate form. That's where the science is. It also has to be soluble and bioavailable so you can get the benefits. Because it doesn't help you to swallow the best vitamin in the world if that vitamin isn't going to be able to digest, dissolve, go into solution, and be absorbed.
So we're talking strong, healthy joints. We're talking elasticity and flexibility. We're talking about things that are very important to us every single day and perhaps maybe are a pain point for us. So think about this as an option for you. If you are currently taking something like it, please try Andrew's product. I think you will find it to be the best you've ever had.
Again, the reviews of this product are exceptional reviews. It's 4.6 stars, 1,289 reviews. And again, when it comes to longevity, I've been making a glucosamine and chondroitin product since 1979, and that was no small feat back at that time, so 38 years ago. And it was one of the original products that fueled my interest in creating supplements because, of course, as an athlete, keeping my joints healthy among the rigors of training, and I was training hard, glucosamine and chondroitin was the first thing I was reaching for to make sure that I had the raw materials necessary for my body to do the repair and the regeneration of those joint tissues. So it's something that I've been looking at seriously for almost 40 years, and we certainly, if anyone knows how to make the proper glucosamine chondroitin product, it's something we've learned.
Life is full of decisions and choices, and do we take this road or that road or this brand or that brand? What I always appreciate about the Andrew Lessman line is that I don't need to worry about making the wrong choice, because plain and simple and clear to see, I'm validated by the reviews, formulated with the best scientific minds. Folks, these are the best. So in the world of supplements, we don't have to worry about that. We're making the right decision and choice because it's the informed choice. And that's, Andrew, that's your mission statement, the informed choice.
That's always been our statement back going 38 years ago, the informed choice, because it's not just that we expect you to trust us or trust our products, but we're willing to provide the information upon which you can base that trust. And that's whether it's on our website, on HSN's website, the information is there. We've made all sorts of videos that we're going to be publishing on the website, so you have access to information so you can make informed decisions about supplements. Even if it means you're not buying my supplement, at least you're going to be going about buying a better supplement, not better than mine, but better than you would have because of the information we've provided.
It's a wonderful, wonderful thing, and I think that when you go onto hsn.com, you'll see a wonderful way to shop, even by body part. You can click on there and really customize it so you can find what's right for you. Andrew, do we know how many products are actually in the line?
It's actually our key products. I think they're less than 100.
Okay.
And the reason why, the product development process at my company is a very patient process. The product development process at most companies is a financially driven process. More products, more sales. For me, I focus on the most important products to you, and I'd rather take those important products and continue to evolve them to be the very best than see how many other thousands of products I can create. So that's always been my focus, is just looking at things that are important and putting my energy into the products that are most important than seeing if I can create 500, 1,000, 2,000 products. As the typical vitamin company that's been around 38 years, has product lines that are 1,000, 2,000 products or more.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a huge difference. We're focusing on the very best this evening, of course, with the Monday night show. We're going to head back over this way. I'm suddenly getting my exercise in. Do you still wear that Fitbit, Andrew?
I always wear a Fitbit. And people, that's another question I'm asked. How many steps do I try to get every day?
Ooh, good one.
And my daily goal is 15,000 steps.
Wow.
And even if I'm still riding a bike or things like that, I still try to get 15,000 steps. And in a week, I typically try to do between 110 and 140,000 steps.
So we need to do like a fitness DVD, Andrew. Andrew Lessman's workout routine.
What I was going to do, and I did it a long time ago, yoga is intimidating for a lot of people, but stretching is essential for all of us to engage in as we get older. And I was going to do, because I sometimes, in the morning, I just do my own little yoga routine, and I do what's called a yin form of yoga, where all of the postures are done either seated or lying on the floor. So no matter what your capabilities or incapacities might be, it's a yoga that all of us can do. And it's something I've thought of doing, of just recording a video and making it available.
You should definitely do it.
It's a good little routine that I think all of us could benefit from.
If you'd like Andrew to do that, let us know by leaving comments on HSN Facebook page and, of course, wordsonwellness.com.
Because actually, whatever it was, I think it was how many years ago? 30 plus years ago, I got certified as a yoga instructor, over 30 years ago, yeah.
It's good to be finished that sentence then. I think you say 30 years ago I got certified.
Certified. I'm certified, yes. No, I got as a yoga instructor, so. But
Wow.
I'm someone who I've been very neglectful of my yoga practice, because as much as I run and do all those other things, that tends to shorten your muscles and reduce flexibility. And it's vital that we do it's vital we do cardiovascular aerobic activity. It's vital we do things to maintain our muscle tissue resistance training. Equally critical as we get older to maintain our flexibility, because our flexibility and resiliency, even if our joints are healthy, we still need to make sure that we retain our range of motion.
I learn something new every day. Certified fitness trainer.
No, not fitness trainer.
Yoga trainer. Yoga instructor. Amazing.
Yes.
The man can do everything.
No.
Okay, we're going to move on to another one of the fan favorites, there is no doubt. It's Andrew Lessman's turmeric. We have a wonderful offer. And again, even though I'm not saying it all the time, please remember all of the special pricing across the line, across Andrew's products, ends this evening. So if there's something you didn't pick up yet,
midnight, yes.
If it's Omega or Essential 1 or turmeric, start ordering whenever you can.
All the birthday pricing, and we have birthday pricing for every product in the product line. So if it's time to reorder something, just so you know, coming up, for sure coming up, CoQ10 is going to be a Today Special in October. We're not sure, again, perfect example that we haven't made the product yet. I'm not sure what the other Today Special will be. And then sometime toward the end of the year, we'll also make sure, or in October, that Choco Nuvo comes back.
Fabulous.
Choco Nuvo is not around in the summer, obviously, because chocolate melts. So everything else, there's no upcoming Today Special that you need to worry about.
So only a few moments here. Why turmeric, Andrew?
Well, turmeric has been a spice that's been respected for thousands of years. I talked about it briefly before, both as a spice in Indian cooking, in Asian cooking throughout Asia, and also the bright yellow colors of, say, I guess Buddhist robes and things like that, monks' robes. That yellow color is turmeric, I think, at its origin. So it's also a color, a bright orange color, and you could actually see the pretty color in the capsules here.
Wow.
So, and actually, let me open the powder. You could really appreciate it. So, it's like a bright orange yellow. It kind of looks like
vibrant,
like a monk's robe.
It does.
Exactly. So, and our turmeric is unique in that it's been complexed with fat, which is really taking a page out of the Indian cookbook, because turmeric on its own is just a powdered spice. If you put it in, say, juice, or you just put it in a tablet or a capsule, but without complexing it with fat, it's not highly absorbable. It's actually not highly soluble and absorbable from our digestive system. That is why we complex it with fat, to overcome that inherent lack of solubility that cooking it in a stew, say when you're cooking, overcomes that inherent lack of solubility. So that's the most important, unique aspect of our turmeric, is not just its standardization, but that it's put together in a way that overcomes its inherent lack of what's called bioavailability, bioactivity. So in so doing, we make it bioavailable, bioactive, dozens of times more bioavailable and bioactive. But for most folks, turmeric, it's sort of that natural, when we talk about glucosamine and chondroitin for the joints, we're talking about structural molecules that our body can use to create those tissues.
Right.
When we're talking about turmeric, we're talking about a soothing botanical, a soothing substance for our joints, soothing in terms of comfort. So it's just, and in terms of our liver, it's detoxifying, supports the regenerative processes of our liver. Talking about no longer side effects, we're talking about side benefits. Also, ours is gentle on your stomach. You don't have to worry about it irritating your stomach. Also, turmeric has been respected for its benefits in supporting the brain. So it's one of those compounds that's been viewed for centuries in traditional medicine as being beneficial. And once again, clinical science, modern science has validated those benefits.
And it's all on free shipping if you'd like to take advantage of that. Andrew, with kind of food in mind, as you just referenced, one of the things I got asked to ask you was, what do you like to eat for a healthy dessert? If you're having a dessert after dinner, what would you eat?
The healthiest dessert that I will tend to reach for are berries. So if I'm at a restaurant and everyone is ordering dessert, I'll get fresh berries.
With anything on or just plain?
I'm happy eating them plain, you know, maybe a little bit of whipped cream or something like that, just a little bit. But blueberries are wonderfully healthy, as are raspberries, strawberries. So that's something, that's my go-to dessert. I am known to eat regular desserts as well. In fact, my goddaughter the other day was telling me that she made some cupcakes, which will be what she'll make me for a birthday cake, and it was red velvet Oreo cheesecake. Oh, wow. So yes, I keep them under control, but I do have my urges from time to time. And red velvet Oreo cheesecake might be one of them.
I think that certainly is an urge for everybody. That sounds delicious. Well, talking of maybe going the other way, if you are looking to really do something to help combat, maybe you're looking to lose a little bit of weight, Andrew has a wonderful line of products, from his meal replacement to his energy and fat metabolism factors. Right.
Our secure meal replacement is the lowest calorie, best tasting meal replacement out there. You could find that easily at hsn.com, and it's at special purchase pricing, birthday pricing until midnight. But our energy and fat metabolism factors, I just included this here because it's interesting. A lot of folks just want an energy product. You see those, whatever it is, 2-hour, 3-hour, 5-hour energy. You see all those products out there. And I don't make a product like that, and the closest thing I make to that is our energy and fat metabolism factors. It's funny, if something is helping you metabolize fat, it's obviously helping you access energy, because our fat is our most concentrated source of energy on our body. Body fat is stored energy, and body fat contains more than double the stored energy of carbohydrate, of sugar, of protein. So body fat is high octane fuel if you can access it. And our energy and fat metabolism factors is designed for, say, athletes pre-workout. It's designed for folks who are starting an exercise program and are watching what they eat. So it really crosses over into both. It's the result. We had a product called Fat Burning Factors long ago, and another product called Urgent Energy. We married the two of them together. Urgent Energy with Fat Burning Factors became Energy and Fat Metabolism Factors. It's also great not just for short-term energy. There's no the only caffeine-related alkaloids in here come from green tea or guarana. Those are not disruptive to me. If you read the reviews, they're not disruptive to others. We don't use caffeine from coffee because that's challenging to a lot of people. We also use low levels. So it's something, if you, again, you read the reviews, you'll see this is not a product that will make you jumpy. Because of the other adaptogenic botanicals we put in here, it's also great to combat fatigue and to help with that crash that typically happens with other energy products that does not happen with ours.
So there's a long list of things that this does and for who it's for. I mean, just to kind of rewind for a second, if you're looking to lose weight but maintain energy, this is for you. If you're looking to get more energy and maybe you're going through a lot and you're always tired, this is for you, rather than reaching for maybe that extra cup of coffee or those energy drinks, let's say. And Andrew, I once read a while back it was a kind of a horrifying article about some of the ingredients in some of these energy products. It was some scary stuff.
And actually, the origins of this product, if you really want to trace it back, is over 30 years ago, when companies were making products that contained something called ephedra and ephedrine, and people were dying taking those, using those ingredients. And I was being, of course, they were hugely popular ingredients, and I was being requested to make it, and I refused. And I got a lot of grief, a lot of flack for refusing to make a product that contained ephedra or ephedrine. Obviously, retrospectively, turns out I made a very wise decision, and based upon the science, it was a very clear decision for me to make at that time. But this product was my natural alternative to that, a way to give short-term energy supported by all the nutrients we need, but also supporting it with botanicals that help combat fatigue long-term. So it's a comprehensive product, both nutritionally. It provides carnitine for fat burning. It provides a full B complex, but it also gives you the botanicals for short-term energy, but without a crash afterwards. So it gives you the truly comprehensive approach. And so again, this is a product that some 30 years later is still among our most popular products.
So what was the first vitamin you made?
The very first product I made was a multivitamin called Essential Factors. And today we have Essential 1, of course. And then I made our Glucosamine Chondroitin product. I had a coenzyme Q10 product. So there were about 12 products that I initially made back in 1979.
Amazing.
And most of those products were being used by professional teams and professional athletes. And then as the sophistication of the public grew, it was much more interesting to make products for normal people who just wanted to live their best life, and it was not all about performing their best in sports.
So how did you first promote the product when you first made it? How did you sell it?
The first way I promoted my products, it's going to sound crazy, and my dad, if he's watching, will remember, I printed up flyers because fitness-oriented people were our initial customers, because fitness-oriented people tend to be more aware about nutrition and things. So when they have marathons or 10Ks or triathlons or fitness events or things like that, they would often have little courtesy bags. And we put little flyers in courtesy bags, or I would personally walk around, and I did this back in all the way into the late 1980s, early 1990s, and I'd put flyers on cars.
Wow.
So, like, I remember doing it at the LA Marathon, the Long Beach Marathon in California, and putting flyers on cars. And that's, and we still have thousands of customers from back in those days, 35 plus years ago.
It's amazing because so many folks who start with Andrew never leave Andrew. I mean, Andrew, I mean, you can speak to that better than I can, but I do feel that from what I read, once a customer becomes an Andrew Lessman customer, they do stay.
Oh, it's, we try to do everything we can to create loyalty. We try to make flawless product.
Yeah.
We try to deliver equally flawless service, which I learned a long time ago is as important, or perhaps even more important than the product. That you have to always respect the folks who use your product, and it's not my interests or desires that drive what my products are. It's yours. So I don't design products for me anymore. Certainly, like you, I'm my own best customer, but I have to design products to satisfy your needs and your wants and your requirements. And that's something that I think a lot of company owners or a lot of big companies forget. And for me, because I still read all the reviews, I still get the feedback, because you call my company with feedback, I still get all the feedback directly, so it's very easy for me to not lose touch with the most important aspect of our focus, which is you.
We are going to move on, and focus is maybe the right word, because next up is Ultimate Eye Support. And it's funny, I just glanced to the side and I saw Doctor was amazed from one of the reviews.
No, we haven't read any reviews.
No.
And I think, I'd say of those reviews, probably half of them talk about visits to their ophthalmologist or optometrist, and that their doctor's astounded, the doctor's now buying the product themselves, that doctors now recognize. When I first started making eye products, there were not very many ophthalmologists or optometrists that recommended supplementation. Now they recognize that, say, lutein and zeaxanthin in particular, they are the optical pigments present in the eye. I don't think there were many or any companies that offered lutein and zeaxanthin before us. We have been offering lutein, we've been offering lutein for probably almost 20 years, zeaxanthin for probably close to 15 years, bilberry in the product because standardized extract of bilberry helps with night vision. So we've been doing this for decades. And it's a product that delivers based upon the science. And now ophthalmologists, optometrists, opticians recommend that you deliver these optical pigments, lutein and zeaxanthin, to your eyes because your eyes can't produce them. And we don't get them adequately from our diet. Also, the ophthalmologists and optometrists will recommend omega-3s. We talked about them earlier because the principal omega-3 in my product, not the principal in most, but the principal in our product, DHA, DHA is the principal component in the retina and the macula of your eye. DHA, lutein, zeaxanthin, it's their combination that are so essential and critical to the health of the retina of our eye and the health of our vision.
Andrew, what causes tired eyes? Tired eyes. I kept reading it through all the reviews. What causes tired eyes?
Well, as we age, that's challenging enough for our eyes. But then the way we use our eyes as modern human beings, again, it sounds like I was talking about like our circulation vein support product for our legs. We don't use our eyes the way they were intended to be used. To think that out in nature probably 10,000 years ago, we could be staring off into space. Only occasionally when we might be doing some work or something like that would we be working up close. But there'd be these natural transitions of our focal point. Instead of us staring at a computer or a laptop or a smartphone for hours and hours. I mean, I'm just as guilty. I could probably spend some days when I'm working on writing something where I'll spend 12 to 16 hours staring at my laptop, at least. And that's not healthy for vision. So what happens is our eyes get strained when we're forced to not have a natural sort of accommodation, that we don't have natural changes in focus. And simply the aging process changes the focal range. There's a really fascinating chart I have here that, where is it? Here. To give you a sense of if you're young, what you have to look forward to, and if you're my age, you know what you've already experienced, that this really is the accommodation of the eye, our ability to focus and our range of focus. And certainly we generally have no problem focusing far away. We might need glasses to improve our vision, but we have no trouble focusing far away. But as we get older, we watch how this ability to accommodate, to transition our vision to up close is transformed. And as you could see, it plummets steeply, and it basically starts hitting about bottom around age 40, 45, 50 years of age, which of course is when we all start suffering from presbyopia, when we start suffering from farsightedness, where our eyes can no longer accommodate close vision. So again, it's the extreme demands of our modern life. It's the demands and changes associated with the aging process, which should be nothing more than a wake-up call that we need to deliver the right nutrients to our eyes because we're not getting them from our diet.
I think now more than ever, to Andrew's point, with all the technology and all the gadgets, we are staring at our smartphones, and when we're not looking at our smartphones, it's our tablets.
Plus, it was funny, the other night, Allison, who helps us produce our shows here, of course, and Allison had said, I heard you talk in the show about a blue light setting on your phone. So I showed her a phone, and I went to the settings, I hit display, and then when you get to display, there's on most of the newer phones now, there's a button you could push that reduces the blue light. Why? I've been talking about the damaging effects of blue light on television for 20+ years. It's right on our smartphone in front of our very face. So if we have a setting on our phone like that, it's incumbent upon us to hit that button as the newer phones allow, so we reduce that blue light exposure as much time as we spend staring into that smartphone.
So if any of this is relating to you, if it's tired eyes, if it's a lack of sharpness or focus, if it's something where you are concerned at how many hours you're sat at your desk looking at your laptop, try Ultimate Eye Support. Read the reviews and you will see how many folks say just amazed. Their doctors were amazed. It's brilliant.
And it's 10 milligrams of lutein, 5 milligrams of zeaxanthin, the proper forms of lutein, the proper forms of zeaxanthin, their natural forms, of course, and you're getting bilberry, you're getting the anthocyanins that support the visual purple regeneration in your eye for night vision. So it's truly a comprehensive product, and the most important part, like so many of my products that you want to be result-oriented, this is a product you read the reviews and you get a sense of how effective it is in delivering results. It's 4.6 stars, more than 1,400 of 1,700 reviews are 5-star reviews. I mean,
effective is the ultimate word there, so effective. Andrew, the astaxanthin, what's that then? What's this next product? Astaxanthin
is another carotenoid. It's a very expensive, they're all lutein, zeaxanthin, even lycopene, astaxanthin, by far four of the most expensive ingredients in any of my products. Astaxanthin is another carotenoid, and where the research on astaxanthin, a lot of people are now reaching for it, has been in terms of that accommodation. We see improved accommodation, improved sort of reduced fatigue in terms of computer terminal use and things like that. There's lots of research on lutein and zeaxanthin and an abundance of research on astaxanthin. So if you're someone who's like me, all too often glued to your computer. Plus astaxanthin, there's great research on all of these carotenoids in terms of also protecting our skin from UV radiation, because these carotenoids are not just concentrated in the tissues of our eye, but also in our skin, and they play a protective role there as well.
I noticed on the front of the bottle is a pretty picture of some pink flamingos. Is there a reason for that?
I've got a lot of questions. People think I was losing my mind or just thought it was a pretty picture.
Right there.
But it actually makes a lot of sense. The reason why flamingos are pink is because they're consuming that pink algae from which astaxanthin is extracted.
Oh, I didn't know this.
So the reason, and the same thing, the reason why crab and lobster, when you cook them and their shells get sort of pink and orange, it's that same astaxanthin. So if you look at the, if we open a capsule here, I actually can't, I need a pin to pierce it, but it's so concentrated, if you look at this capsule, it's so concentrated, it looks, whoop, it's flying.
Take another.
It's going downhill fast.
Superhero pills.
So it's so concentrated, it looks basically black.
Yeah, it does.
But if you pierce that and just spread it on sort of a white piece of paper, it would be pinkish orange. But it's just so concentrated in there, the 3,000 micrograms of astaxanthin, that it appears to be, it's such a dark, dark, dark orange pink at that concentration level that it appears black.
You see,
but it's not.
It's like the Discovery Channel and National Geographic. We're learning about pink flamingos and everything. So, Andrew, astonishing, there's only 25 minutes left.
Wow, that's a quick hour and a half.
I know, we've got, I think, 7 or 8 to get through. So we'll do the best we can to get through as many as possible, folks. Again, I just want to urge you, all of this, every single item that you've seen is on birthday pricing. And this is Andrew's last 25 minutes of the birthday month. So if you needed CoQ10 or vitamin C or healthy hair, skin and nails, whatever it may be that you're looking for, please go online at hsn.com and search for your favorite products and take advantage of those special prices.
And this is basically almost today's special pricing on our Ultimate Women's Wellness today. I think it's saving probably about $60 on the large size, something like that. So it's great savings. And this is a product that I introduced about 20 years ago. And back at the time I introduced the product, I couldn't say why I introduced it. Today, of course, I could say this product is designed to help with help reduce the natural symptoms of perimenopause and menopause, such as night flashes, the interruptions of sleep, the mood disturbances, the typical symptoms of perimenopause and menopause. The reason why at the time I couldn't talk about those things is at the time, perimenopause and menopause were technically still considered a disease.
Huh. A disease?
It's like considering wrinkling a disease.
Sure.
I mean, certainly the symptoms of perimenopause and menopause could be devastatingly powerful, profound, but they're not a disease. They're a natural experience that every woman at a certain time in her life is going to experience. Not fair to call it a disease.
Sure.
But because it was a disease, speaking technically legally, because it was a disease, a symptom of a disease, if this could mitigate or improve a symptom of a disease, then I couldn't talk about it. But thankfully...
When did that change?
It changed with the laws changing on supplements. I think it also has changed with the perspective that comes from more and more of the doctors in this country becoming women. That back when I was in school, it was really about 80-20, 80%, 20%, 90-10.
How interesting.
Now it's 50-50. I think at some medical schools, it's actually more women in many graduating classes than men, which I think is a fantastic thing.
And very timely. I don't know if you heard that, you know, Doctor Who, the TV show.
Yes.
It's a woman. The new Doctor Who has been cast as a woman.
Oh, the new Doctor Who is a woman.
Yeah, it's causing a bit of a stir.
Who knew?
Who knew? You see?
No, that's
current affairs as well.
But it shouldn't create a stir.
I know.
That's a good thing.
It's a great thing.
So I'll now watch Doctor Who.
You see?
You see? But I think, these are the sorts of things that we never really give much thought to, but now of course, and at the time when I talked about this product, what I really emphasized, that was back in the day when synthetic hormones were being prescribed for women as they went through hormone replacement therapy, HRT. If you're going to do things with hormones, go to a knowledgeable endocrinologist who works with bioidentical hormones. I leave that in their domain. What we're simply talking about here is a natural approach where we basically take a page out of the Asian diet, the healthy Asian diet, and in so doing, deliver a natural means. And if you read the reviews on this product, they are compelling, kind of like circulation and vein support, that I think there are many reviews that threaten me to never stop making this product, that 658 reviews, 4.4 stars.
People would hunt you down, Andrew. You know that.
But because it makes a profound difference, and it's something that if you read the reviews, many women I think just kind of throw up their hands and they figure, okay, it's just that natural time of life. There's nothing I can do because I'm not going to do those other things. But there is a natural thing you could do that can make a powerful difference.
The three most common phrases that I saw reading the reviews were hot flashes, night sweats, and overall mood. And the difference that this product had made in folks' life was astonishing. And again, this is not a drug. There is no side effect to this.
No.
It's a real helping hand. It really, really helps. So let's do this. Let's send you a bottle for 30 days, and if you don't find that those hot flashes, those night sweats, your overall mood isn't better, then send it back and get a refund. But I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, and again, all of the products everything comes with a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. You love it, or you can just send it back. In fact, I'm going to talk to the powers that be here, because our return rate is so low.
Right.
I mean, tiny compared to everything else, that I think we're just going to, maybe next time I'm here in October, we'll be extending our return policy to 60 days.
Oh, wow.
Which would be great across the board. I'm hoping we could do that.
And Andrew, just so everybody's kind of in the know with that language, what does return rate mean?
I think typically when you're looking at a TV shopping channel and things like that, I think a typical return rate, because of issues, are either side of 20% or something like that. For any of the big companies that ship product direct and the internet and things, ours is closer to 1 or 2%.
Wow.
So ours is just abnormally low, which I'm proud of. We have the lowest return rate by far of any products here at HSN.
What that means is that the majority, 99% of the people that are ordering Andrew's products are so happy with it, they are keeping it. That's the big difference here, folks. So again, buy with absolute confidence. We're going to head over this way to Cholestacare.
Yes.
And another product where we think about drugs, we think about lots of different alternatives that are out there. This, again, you talk about a helping hand. You can help with your product lower, naturally lower, total and LDL cholesterol.
And this is not something that you need to take my word for, or even the word of the reviews on this product, but the ingredient in this product wouldn't be approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration to help to lower total and LDL cholesterol and also help to reduce the risk of heart disease if it didn't work. And certainly they wouldn't have gotten that approved with all the drug companies who make tens of billions of dollars in cholesterol-lowering drugs looking over their shoulders. So it's a product that delivers very simply, very easily. You take a capsule with each meal, 1 capsule with each meal. You have to take at least 2 capsules daily, but 1 capsule with each meal, say 2 capsules with a very large meal, and you could expect minimum reductions you could expect with this product are 10 to 15% or more. In fact, if you combine it with a healthy, high fiber, low cholesterol diet, low saturated fat diet, you could expect reductions of 25, 30, wow, 35% or more. So that's phenomenal. The kind of reductions I've seen. So it's really an amazing product. It's a powerful product. What I'm also going to do there are so many people out there, because I think it's the most popular class of drugs, that use cholesterol-lowering drugs. In the next week or two, I'm going to write a blog post that just talks about ways that you can use those medications, work with your doctor to use those medications more efficiently. And with that post, I will also append the research and science. I'll attach the research and science so you could show the research, show the science to your doctor, so you could reduce your risk of side effects, get the best cholesterol-lowering results, and that's regardless of whether you use Cholestacare. This can be used with any of those cholesterol-lowering drugs to achieve a better result. And by either getting a lower number, taking the same amount of medicine, or by using this, in many cases, folks have used this to eliminate the need for that medicine entirely. Of course, working with their doctors, but you could read the reviews. The reviews are compelling.
Andrew, I hope not too much of a basic question, but it's one I want to ask you. Why do we suffer from cholesterol, and how is the cholesterol levels today versus, let's say, 15 years ago?
Well, we don't really suffer from cholesterol. We need cholesterol. Without cholesterol, cholesterol is one of the building blocks, one of the basic structural components of our primary sex hormones. So we can't produce testosterone, estrogen without having cholesterol. Cholesterol is one of the principal ingredients. Our brain is a fatty structure. Cholesterol is one of the principal ingredients in our brain. Cholesterol is also critical. When I talked about the other day, ceramides, we'll talk about phytoceramides in a while,
right,
moisturizing our skin. Cholesterol on a cellular level is one of the most important components of keeping our skin moist and plump and radiant. So cholesterol is an essential nutrient. The problem with cholesterol is when it reaches extremes. When our total cholesterol becomes too high, when our LDL cholesterol, which is the cholesterol that could potentially cause atherosclerotic plaque, when it is too high, those are the issues. I think we get a little bit too strong a message because the drug companies make so much money lowering cholesterol that its importance is perhaps a little bit exaggerated. Certainly managing blood sugar and very much so managing blood pressure,
right,
in my mind, are far more important. Managing our body weight, far more important, but we should, especially at the extremes, manage our cholesterol. Just being over 200 for total cholesterol isn't in and of itself problematic. We need to watch our LDL cholesterol. And of course, my sister used to always have a total cholesterol that was in low 200s and things, but she had an HDL cholesterol that was around 100 or so. So her cholesterol was wonderful, was perfect, not a problem at all. So you really have to look at all the fractions, the HDL, the LDL, the total cholesterol. What you could also look at now, they actually look at particle size, because the particle size and density of those particles does impact whether those particles, those numbers are inherently good or bad. So there are more sophisticated lipid testing available that most doctors have available to them. One was called used to be called a Berkeley profile, but there's several we can get that gives us even greater insight to the meaning of our numbers. But again, Cholestacare is just a simple, natural tool. The way it works is the same way a healthy diet works to lower your total and LDL cholesterol.
So at this stage in the game, so many years in with Cholestacare, the proof is there. People are saying that it is lowering their cholesterol levels. So we know that it works. If you are sat at home right now and you know that your cholesterol is too high and you're working on it, you're trying to get it lower, I memean, Andrew, you've got nothing to lose by trying this and see it for yourself.
And this works perfectly well with cholesterol-lowering drugs. The typical cholesterol-lowering drug, a statin drug, is an HMG-CoA reductase inhibitor. Big word. It's an enzyme that works in our liver that produces cholesterol. Right. It's part of the chain that produces cholesterol. Also produces CoQ10. So if you take a statin drug, you really must supplement CoQ10. Absolutely must supplement CoQ10, because you're not just lowering cholesterol with those drugs, you're lowering CoQ10 with those drugs, which is your very capacity to produce energy in your body, the very capacity of all your organs, including your heart, to work at its very best. But these cholesterol-lowering statin drugs work in your liver. And the Cholestacare works in your digestive system. They work totally separate from each other. They work perfectly with one another. Even other cholesterol-lowering drugs that might affect the absorption and metabolism of cholesterol, such as Zetia, which actually I'll write about this in a blog post, but this works perfectly with Zetia as well. It just enhances the activity of Zetia as well. So it's natural. It works exactly the way a healthy diet works. So
talking of diet, we need to just spend a moment or so on Fiber Mucil, another great product, and that pricing again expiring this evening. Andrew, we don't get enough, do we? I mean, that's the bottom line. Not enough fiber.
Well, that's one of the things that, just like omega-3s are something that's lacking from the American diet.
Yes.
Fiber is lacking from the American diet, and regularity, it depends on fiber. We must have fiber to be regular. A healthy digestive system requires fiber. Our fiber is incredibly mild, just 1 or 2 capsules. You can take 1 or 2 capsules with one meal, or take a couple of capsules with each meal. That's what I do. When you take a couple of capsules with Fiber Mucil at the same time as Cholestacare, it enhances the cholesterol-lowering power of Cholestacare. In fact, Fiber Mucil on its own has its own independent ability to lower total and LDL cholesterol. But Fiber Mucil, it's mild, it's natural, it won't cause bloating, it won't cause gas. I'm sort of smiling because it's one of those products that if Muriel and I are traveling and we forget one product, okay, we could probably do without it until we get home in a week or something like that. if we forget fiber mucil, I'm calling my assistant Sandy, and she's overnighting it to us. Because it's just, as much fiber as I eat in my diet, fiber mucil is just this wonderful, it's just like a machine. It just makes everything work perfectly. And once you enjoy the benefits of fiber mucil, you will never want to be without it. And if you don't have to believe me, you can read the reviews on this.
Andrew, with that in mind, when you, on a daily basis with food, do you eat a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or are you kind of nibbling all the way through the day?
I typically have 3 meals, but I also, Muriel has, as I've talked about before, those little 8-ounce Corning glass bowls, those little 8-ounce bowls, little 8-ounce bowls of soup. So I have a bowl of asparagus soup or pea soup, whatever, or the red velvet tomato soup, or the red pepper. So it's like these wonderful pureed vegetable soups that I'll literally go in the kitchen and I'll drink them straight out of the refrigerator.
Hot or cold? Oh, cold.
So I snack all day long. But I'm also very active. I do at least 1 to 3 hours every day minimum of physical activity. That's my break from work.
Wow.
So I'm very, very active, so I tend to eat throughout the day. My parents, everybody always warned me, because I eat a lot, that one day I'm going to gain weight, and I'm now way older than I was 38 years ago when I started this company. And I eat healthy. I might eat a lot, but I eat healthy. So I think that's the most important thing, is that I make very good choices in terms of what I eat. And as I said before, I'm also very active.
Well, talking of feeling good, how about the way you look on the outside? Because our monthly special, we're going to head over this way with our finale item, our finale product. And Andrew,
wow,
really...
Are we almost done?
I don't, we've got 8 minutes left, I know.
How did that happen?
You dubbed this month Beauty Month, and this really was at the heart and soul of it.
Well, I didn't dub it Beauty Month. We had, last year, we did healthy hair, skin, and nails, and then we did marine collagen peptides as a Today Special. For the first time, in July, we've done healthy hair, skin, and nails for almost 20 years, but we added marine collagen peptides for the first time last year. So then in correspondence I got, people refer to it as Beauty Month. So it became Beauty Month. And what better product to have as a monthly special than the phytoceramides? And it's funny just how all these pieces work together. Just speaking before about cholesterol, and cholesterol is this waxy, fatty-like material. And cholesterol, again, as I said, is a critical part of our, it's our endocrine system. Our hormones require cholesterol. So we can't get rid of cholesterol. Cholesterol's not a problem. Cholesterol's only a problem when the levels become too high, and then they can become, as they call, atherogenic, oxidizing, and potentially causing plaque within our arteries, or say our coronary arteries, or other arteries in our body. So, of course, cholesterol is essential, but cholesterol, we just want to make it have it at its healthy levels. Ceramides, like cholesterol, like omega-3 fats, like healthy fats, these are an integral part of our body's moisturizing system. Our cells retain all this moisture, and we want our cells to be moist, because when our skin cells are moist, we have lovely looking skin, radiant, rich skin. But the key to keeping that moisture in our cells is the exterior environment of those cells. And the exterior environment is determined by their cell membranes and that which they secrete in the extracellular space. The cell membranes are lipid bilayers. So omega-3 fatty acids, cholesterol, ceramides are the things that are the most important to retaining the moisture in our cells. So in terms of moisturizing our body, we could slather on all the moisturizers we want on the outside of our body. The key to our body retaining its moisture and that skin looking rich and plump and moist is making sure we support the system of their secreting those ceramides. So secreting those ceramides is part of the system of moisturization that's going to impact the appearance of our skin, and that's what the research has talked about with ceramides.
So this is Andrew's secret, you see. This is why he has such radiant skin that glows, is because of the phytoceramides.
Well,
the secret's out, Andrew.
I mean, I certainly don't take great care of my skin on the outside. So the only thing I do, and I'm not a kid anymore. I mean,
Come on.
We don't
38 at the most.
We don't even want to talk about what decade I'm in right now. It's frightening. It's supposed to be the retirement decade, and I'm nowhere near that. So it's which is one of the most common questions I'm asked.
Oh, really?
Am I going to stop doing this, and what am I going to do? And no. This
is a riot.
This is no. If for me, I get to indulge in my hobby every day of my life. So as much as my parents and everyone thinks I work too much, what do they say? Do what you love, and you never work a day in your life.
Yes.
So I'm still waiting to show up to work, even though I might do it 100 hours a week. But so in terms of how I take care of myself, I definitely focus on the inside first, and I think it makes common sense that when we're doing things on the outside, we're basically dealing with dead tissues. We don't have access to where those tissues are being made. So the opportunity to make a difference in the quality of our skin, the moisture and radiance of our skin is on the inside. And phytoceramides are ingredients that have been shown to go to the source. They go to where they deliver benefits. And the research has already shown that it makes a difference in wrinkle volume, so it makes a difference in appearance.
I mean, those words right there, makes a difference in wrinkle volume, so it makes a difference in appearance. I mean, we could just stop right there for all the beauty creams that we buy, all the face creams, the day creams, the night creams, the eye creams, the serums, for all the cleansers and all the toners and everything else. It does start from the inside out. So what you have with this is Andrew's monthly special. This month, it's the best price it will be all year long, so take advantage of it. Obviously, our month is nearly over, and so the pricing does go away, but radiant looking skin is at the heart. And I think that's something that we would all like to have ultimately.
Well, one of the most, or some of the most popular products you'll see, and very expensive products, I think I see this one like creme de la mer and things like that.
Pricey.
That they're very, very expensive. I mean, this is a product that goes to the real source of moisturizing. If you're seeing issues with moisture loss on the exterior of your skin, then really no amount of things you slather on your skin is going to the source of that problem. The way you access the source of the problem is from the inside, by hydration, by making sure you have adequate intake of things like omega-3 fatty acids. And the key molecule in terms of skin moisture are ceramides. You see them in lots of topical creams, and certainly they could exert some moisturizing effect, just like any oil would, appearance of moisturization topically. But when your skin is secreting them into the extracellular space and your skin is secreting them into the cell membranes themselves, that's the way your skin retains its moisture and has been designed and intended to keep its moisture.
Well, Andrew, as we bring the show to a close, I do want to ask, as I always do, a question for you. And I figured it would be birthday related. Since HSN is celebrating 40 amazing years, we've been spending a lot of this month looking backwards. I wanted to ask you to tell all of your customers, really, some of the things that maybe we can look forward to in the coming months and years.
In the coming months and years, gosh.
What are you working on?
We're working on all sorts of fun things. We are working on not beauty products, but we actually happen to be working on cleansing products, because as you know, I'm a big fan of the environment, and when we use any soaps, any shampoos, things like that, we are putting we're putting billions of tons of chemicals, because we apply them and they go down the drain. We don't give it much thought. And some of the products on the market are a little bit better, but none of them are really designed to be preservative-free and really clean. And we're just working on like a hand soap and a dish soap and a shampoo. And the best thing about them, not only will they be super clean, but they'll be super inexpensive. So you'll save money. And so it's just a nice thing for the planet if we could displace. So that's something I'm working on, not for purposes of business, but really just for purposes of someone advocating the interests of our planet. So that's something we're working on. And of course, we're working on different versions of our secure meal replacement. We're improving all of our products constantly, but the most important thing to me is doing something good for our planet, and in so doing, providing products that actually, it'll be the best purifying, cleansing shampoo you ever used, even though it's not going to be not an aesthetic product. It's just all about being clean, using a product that delivers the cleansing benefit, but does so while being kind to the planet.
So there's lots of good things, wonderful things on the way. Although we're wrapping up, please remember, you can visit hsn.com right now. What are you missing? What do you need to stock up on? All of Andrew's birthday pricing goes away this evening. It's just funny, Andrew, look at all the golden stars. It never ceases to amaze me.
I think Every single one of our products, I think, is a customer pick over 4 stars average. So,
Mr. Andrew Lessman, thank you, sir.
Oh, you're welcome, Adam. It's
always
my
a pleasure.
It's great. Thanks, everyone.
You're not back till October?
Not till October.
Boy, oh boy. Well, from all of us here, good night. Thank you for watching the Monday Night Show.
Bye-bye.
Well, not only cleaning, but really great innovations for your home. Hey, I'm Suzanne, and we've got a lot to get into in the next couple of hours. Imagine, you ever use an old sticky mop? Yuck. How about a broom? I don't know. What about an area rug cleaner? What if you had one machine that literally could do it all? Well, we do. As a matter of fact, it is quite the buzz. And of course, it's from Bissell, and we're so excited because this is the today's special.